This is our pre-algebra lesson for Friday, April 17th. Again, make sure you're doing these examples and make sure that you're showing me your work. Today we're going to be multiplying. We've been adding and subtracting so far, and today we're going to add in multiplying. So we need a rule. Okay, so anytime that I multiply exponents, I am going to, when I multiply variables, and I'm going to add the exponents. Okay, so it'll look something like this. This is a good thing to write down so we remember, and then I'll explain it because I know it's easier if you see it with numbers. So let's look at example 1a. It says 5 squared times 5 to the 4th power times 5 cubed. Okay, when I multiply these, I'm going to add the exponents. So if the bases are the same, I keep the base. I'm not going 5 times 5 times 5. I'm keeping the base the same. So my base in my answer will be 5, and I need to add those exponents together. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 5 to the 9th power would be my answer. Okay. Let's look at the next one. X to the 5th times x. Okay. Well, what do we put here if it doesn't have any exponent? A 1. So it's going to equal x. I keep the base and I add the exponents. It'll be x to the 6th power. Okay, C. So y to the 4th times y to the 7th times z squared. Okay, well, first of all, let's put these bases together. This doesn't have the same base, so we can't use it in the same way. So I'm going to put my y, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to the 11th times z squared. Well, I want to think about alphabetical order. Y comes before z, and when I multiply these together, I no longer need the multiplication sign. It's just y, 11, z squared. I multiply them, I put them together. So this is a proper answer. This is not. This is a step towards the proper answer. Okay? So let's do example 2. Example 2 says multiply 2a cubed times 5a squared. Okay? So we're thinking about it this way. We're going to combine the bases, but we need to multiply the numbers. So 2 times 5 is 10. We keep the base. We add the exponents. 10a to the 5th power. Okay? So we multiply the numbers in front, the coefficients. We keep the base. We add the exponents. Okay. Let's see. Example 3. So, negative 4x cubed y squared times 15x y squared. Okay. So we're going to multiply these together. So first, let's multiply the numbers. 4 times 15 is 60. So I would get negative 60, okay? Now I'm going to just look at my bases, and as I multiply those, I'm going to put a 1 there. X to the 4th, okay? And then I'm going to look at my y's. Y to the 4th. So negative 60, x to the 4th, y to the 4th, okay? Let's see. Let's do example 4a. 6 times 5x squared plus 3x. So if I cannot add these together in my parentheses, I know I can't, I need to distribute to get them out. In this case, it's not just a positive or a negative, we have a number out front. So here I need to distribute the 6 into both. So first I need to say 6 times 5x squared. 6 times 5 is 30x squared plus 6 times 3 is 18x. So 30x squared plus 18x. Okay, let's do B. B says negative 2 9x squared minus 8x minus 3. So here I'm distributing again because I can't subtract these and combine these. So I'm going to distribute again. Negative 2 times 9 is negative 18x squared. Okay. Now I'm going to multiply 2 times negative 8x. Two negatives make a positive. 2 times 8 is 16x. Now I'm going to multiply the 2 times negative 3, which will give me a positive 6. I can't combine any of these, so it's my final answer. Negative 18x squared plus 16x plus 6. Okay, example 5. Multiply 3z times 4x squared y minus 7x y squared. Okay, so I can't combine these two because this one is an x squared y and this is an xy squared. They're not the same, so I can't combine these two terms. Therefore, I need to distribute. Okay, so 3 times 4 is 12, and I have a z, and I have an x squared, and I have a y. Now, before I move any further, is that in alphabetical order? No. X, Y, Z. So I need to move this, and I need to say x squared, y, z. Okay? Make sure they're in alphabetical order because that helps us line up terms later and combine them. Okay? Now this time 3 times negative 7 is negative 21 x, y squared, z. Now, are they the same terms? No, so I cannot combine them. This one's x squared yz, xy squared z. Okay, so they're different. So this is my answer. This is as far as I can go. Okay, example 6. Go back and work through your examples if you need to on your own and see if you can get the correct answer because those you have the answers to. Okay, so example 6 is negative 3a cubed b times 13a squared b plus 4ab. Okay, so we can't combine these because they're not the same. So I'm going to multiply in negative 3 times 13. What is that? 39. So negative 39. Now I need to multiply my bases. So I have a, add the exponents. 3 plus 2 is 5. And then I have a b and a b. So b squared. Okay. Now I'm going to distribute again over here, and I'll get negative 12 a to the 4th b squared. Okay, and these were really close to being able to combine, but they're not quite the same term because this is a to the 5th and this is a to the 4th, so we cannot combine them. So this would be your answer. Okay, so let's do, I want you to do all of these today. I want you to have really good practice, so do numbers 1 through 35. They're not terribly long problems, but they'll give you really good practice working with these exponents, okay? If you want to Marco Polo me when you're done and say, Miss Gilbert, can I check my answers? I would be happy to Marco Polo you the answers for you to check. So you show me a picture of your work completed, I will send you the answers. Okay.